Hello, I decided to do my presentation on David Ausubel. For one reason, we share the same name, but for another reason, I thought that his philosophy was quite interesting. So let's take a couple minutes to look over who David Ausubel is. He's a famed educational psychologist. That's an actual picture of him. As you can see, he's very well educated. He graduated from Columbia University in 1950 with a PhD in developmental psychology. He's a very famous educational psychologist. That's what he did his work in. As you can see, this is actually the psychology building in Columbia and where it's located on campus. Now, as for his philosophy, he's famous for the subsumption theory and advanced organizers. Subsumption theory states that new material is related to relevant ideas in the existing cognitive structure. This seems like a relatively simple idea for us today, but back then it was quite revolutionary. The fact that we can use prior knowledge to acquire new knowledge, prior more abstract knowledge to acquire more complex knowledge. Here's a couple examples of different graphic organizers, but I mean advanced organizers. You have stage one, it's the presentation of organizers. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that word. But it is, this is really what advanced organizers are all about. It's presenting the information before going into the unit. This is really trying to activate that prior knowledge that the student already has so that they can successfully build on that with the new knowledge. And that's what this part is it's the material that you're learning, you're going to link it to the information that's presented in the graphic organizer, the advanced organizer. The final stage is, of course, hoping to implement cognitive organization, hoping to restructure the knowledge in the student's head to better facilitate learning. Here's an example using Bloom's taxonomy, which I thought was quite appropriate given our domain. You can see knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. These are just the different steps that you go through, of course. And this could be used as an advanced organizer for the students to refresh that knowledge before building onto it in a different way. The final are some different examples of other kinds of graphic organizers that you can use to make advanced organizers. The circle map, tree map, bubble maps, double bubble maps. That one's not only useful but fun to say. We have the flow map, the multi-flow map, brace maps, and then bridge maps. So this is how teachers can really use this knowledge in their classrooms. I came up with a couple different examples and went online and found some advanced organizers to use in these different content areas. The first one, English, and in reading class, elementary ed. You could use this as an advanced organizer to talk about character traits. I'll of course put this all online. If somebody wants to access it, they can do that. For social studies, grades 6 through 8, they can use this graphic organizer here to review the different parts, the different chapters that they've studied, key concepts, vocabulary, summary. You can have the students fill this part in, and then even quizzes you can use. Thanks, Mr. Arthur. The final one I have, of course, is physical science, just to show that this really is across domains. You can use it. This is for circuits and the cells in circuits. And I thought it was quite interesting, especially given my lack of knowledge in this content area. I thought it was interesting that even this theory, this model could be used to help facilitate learning. The final thing is, of course, sources. They're all listed here. And very quickly. All right, so that's it for me today.